Today, guys, viewers, I gave myself permission to cry. I have not cried about my children in a long time. It's been years since I cried, and I was crying, asking God to help me, especially with my non speaker, because to not be able to communicate, it is hell. To not be able to understand what's wrong with your child, it is hell. So that was the one time I cried and I begged God to do something. So today, my girl has been, she moved on to a new medication. So now I couldn't tell if why she was crying, what was wrong with her. Is it the medication? Is it something else? But by 2 Sabbaths ago, I felt there's something else, there's something going on here. So I asked her father to take her to the hospital and just they need to look inside her belly. And he said no. Her father refused to take her to hospital because they won't be able to test her anyway. It's not like she lies still. So what would be the point? He didn't. Another thing is she would have one good day and then 2 bad days. So I left it and she didn't cry again for maybe 2 days. She was fine. But then as the week went on this week, she had only one good day this week where she wasn't crying, crying, crying. She did grunt and it's a new grunt, like she's in pain. It was horrible not knowing why. I took her off the medication. I told the pediatrician, I've taken her off. Can you try something else? Because the medication itself, just on its own, it can make you emotional. Go and you'll find the Reddit threads of people on Ritalin, adults on Ritalin, who just start crying. So you can't tell what's wrong. So I took her off to see if that would help. And it didn't help. It seemed to help. And then this week, oh boy, everything went awry. So fast forward to today. She had a bad night. I kept waking up. She's autistic. They're autistic. They don't have good nights in general anyway. But this night was just like you were awake with her all night. And then at 5 a.m. she decided, that's it, I'm done. 5 a.m. she woke up and that was it for the day. And she was upset. And by the later section of the morning, she was inconsolable, crying, screaming. It was horrific. It was a pain cry. You could tell she was in pain. It was not a meltdown. It's not a tantrum. It is pain. And I thought, okay, let's book the pediatrician, see if I can squeeze her in. They said, no, the appointment that's available is for 4:30. It would not have worked. Said, okay, I'm taking her to the hospital. Vi was beside herself. She couldn't think. She couldn't do anything. She was broken because my girl took me to the car and she was crying in there and I'm rubbing her tummy because I could tell it's something with her belly. And so there was something with her belly. She's crying in the back seat. I'm sitting with her. But Vi couldn't leave us alone because she too was just traumatized. My girl was suffering. Told the children, okay, children, I'm taking her to the hospital. My 11-year-old Amarissa, Mom, please can I come with you? I can't, I'm worried, I'm really worried about her. I feel so sorry for her. I'll be your support. I couldn't bring her. Hospitals you can sit for ages. To have an ADHD kiddie and an autistic ADHD on my own, it wouldn't have worked. Plus, the twin, our 6-year-old who talks a lot, would not have been able to handle all three of us gone. Then I'd be knowing that there's another child of mine who's miserable at home. So I had to leave my girl behind. I went off to the hospital. She screamed. She screamed. She made other babies cry. They quickly put us into a room. We didn't even have to wait to be triaged. They didn't even triage us. We just went straight into a room. They closed the door. We didn't even hide in a cubicle where there's just the curtains. It was straight into the door, into the room with the door. She wouldn't lie down on the bed. It was like there are hot coals on the bed when I tried to put her on. I'm not meant to lift my girl up. Ankylosing spondylitis. Yes, your spine fuses eventually. That's what the disease does. Your bones fuse together. But it's brittle. Lifting my daughter can break my back. I'm sitting here now and I have no clue if I damaged my back or if it's because I hadn't had time to take my painkillers yet. So I'm taking her there. I'm trying to pull her up onto the bed. I'm killing myself. She jumped off the bed like it's piercing her. She wanted out. She wanted to leave. She was screaming and crying. She's in pain. Why am I holding her prisoner? It was hell. Juice. No, she wanted juice, but then she spit it out. She wanted juice, she'd pour it out. And it was just, I couldn't control her. I was running out of strength to keep her safe. She now was wanting to bash her head on the tiles. This is an hour and a half now of no action. And I called the children's aide, or her aide rather, and the children's tutor and the driver. Like he's, yeah, jack of all trades. And I said, I cannot do this. I cannot. He's stronger than me. He's healthier than me. I needed help. So he came along, and she just seeing him, she felt better. She felt better, better. I could then go because she wanted to eat, but I couldn't leave her there to go buy her anything to eat. Cookies, cookies. I had no cookies. I had just ran out to take her to the hospital. What I did have, she was spitting it out. Now she wanted the cookies. Now she wanted the what's it called? The juice. Because I'd given her painkillers, which had done nothing, but I think they were now working because she was now calmer. But now I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go and buy it for her. She had started to, vocally, she was quiet. And she was in danger. I had to just hold her, sit on the floor and hold her because she was hurling herself down onto the floor, throwing herself onto from the bed, trying to get out of my arms so that she can bang down. I thought, I don't want to a broken leg on top of whatever else is bothering her. So he came along, still waiting, waiting, waiting for ages, waiting. Another, I don't know how long, an hour, just waiting to be seen. My child is miserable. She ate, she calmed down, but it was starting to build again. And long story short, x-rays. This is now the other part. I had a blessing that was able to come to the hospital. And then the second part is the other blessing was a radiographer, radiologist, whatever you call them, x-ray technician. She came and she was very calm. No losing of patience. She tried to help our girl. She wouldn't lie down. She didn't even lie down on the examination bed in the room. She doesn't do beds, really. Now, to be doing a bed in a strange room with strange lights, and I don't want to be here and I'm in pain, and she didn't want to lie down. She made me lie down with her, put on my protective blanket. Nope, she didn't want that. She tried the x-ray, the blanket, but deep pressure net didn't work for her. Weighted blanket type thing, it didn't work for her, but she was patient. It took a long time to get just half a second to get photos of her, images of her when she was lying down. And then we had to get them standing. She would not stand. She was traumatized and in pain. She wouldn't stand on the x-ray table, on the ledge or whatever it is. So the lady would take her around, come, let's look at your pictures. And eventually we were done. We got the new nappy because she had soiled her nappy. We got her there and we went to her room, and the lady was asking me, she came along with me to go change her diaper. She didn't have to. And she was asking me, how do I change her diaper? Usually because the way she's so anti the hospital bed. So I told her, well, at home she's fine, but I don't change her diaper. I'm not allowed to change her diaper. I'm not meant to lift her. So she did it. She took the diaper and wipes and changed the child. And as she was talking, she said to me, she wasn't actually even meant to be doing x-rays. She was on mammograms today. But she's been trying to do some kind of autism awareness at the hospital because she has 2 autistic children. They can speak, they can communicate, they go to school, but they still suffer the same way when it comes to their sensory needs and weaknesses or challenges. So I was telling her, people don't understand how hard the world is or how tough the world is on our children. They don't know that wind is torture. They don't know that a light bulb is hell. And she was saying exactly that. She tells her children, guys, I'm proud of you just because you survived another day. I'm proud of you for surviving. That is all she needs from them. That's all she wants. And her poor child, Mom, what's wrong with me? Is my brain broken? Why don't I have any friends? Why don't the other children in my class want to be friends with me? No matter what kind or level of autism it is, there is pain mingled with caring for our children. Loving them is at a cost. So that's why she was there. She saw that, okay, there's an autistic child coming through. I'm going to go and help them because she doesn't want them to sedate these children. Sedation is not good, guys. It's not. So that's why she was there. So she helped clean up my baby, my 6-year-old, and then she got us a pack of fresh wipes, and we were eventually done. My daughter is not well. and the next 24 hours you will see a worsening. So we've got heavy duty pain meds, which include like sedating type medication as well. It was hell. It was torture. And knowing that maybe if they'd x-rayed her when I said so in the beginning, she could have not been as this bad, or at least we would have had the weapons to make it less bad. The painkillers we've been given like four tablets for whatever, 3 times a day, and then Brufen X times a day, the nausea, the vomiting X times a day. We would have had the support because there's 2 different issues that she has going on in her intestines. So the one would have had support immediately. But anyway, it didn't. The beauty is others stepped in and made a terrible day just a bit better than it would have been had I been 100% alone. People, if you know a second hand, if you know a special needs mother who is a single, that's what I wanted to say, if you know a single mother, whether she's married or not, if you know a single parent, man or female, male or female, who has no support, no family, no relatives who care, please step up as much as you can, even if it just means literally sitting with them and suffering with them. It makes a difference. I hope you have a good weekend. Ours is going to be apparently worse. See you soon.